Good morning, Sean.
Morning.
Let's get this started with Shayna.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't expecting that. Hey, Sean, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can you just break down what you worked on over the off season and how you're feeling coming into camp?
Let's see. Worked on some mobility stuff. Yeah, a lot of mobility stuff. A lot of I worked out, but I didn't go like super crazy on like the weights. Like I said, with the mobility stuff, it's really just trying to get my body into these positions and like holding strength there. As far as like mechanical stuff, it's just kind of just cleaning things up and just trying to be more efficient going down the mound and just having feel for my pitches. So I feel like I did a really good job of that, and I'm really excited with all the work that I put in during the off season. I feel like I'm ready for spring training and the season.
Manolo.
Hey, good morning, Sean. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thanks. It seems like it was about 200,000 years ago, but it's only 2016. But you have been here with the athletics, and right now, you're very far away from 30 years old, but you're the pitcher in there in the rotation. We're more experienced in the rotation. How you feel to be quote unquote the older guy there in the rotation? Well, of course, you have fires, but in terms of being with the ace in the rotation, so far, and what do you think about the ace rotation? You have 6 guys for 5 spots.
Yeah, I keep thinking about that a lot. It's crazy. Feels like forever ago that I got drafted, and then when I came over here. I don't know. It's just it's crazy how much time flies, and over all these years, like it's just crazy how much I've learned, and just how much more confidence I have each year, and just all the stuff that you go through over all that time. So just looking back on things, it's crazy how things work out, but I wouldn't want it any other way. And as far as this rotation, it's crazy. I think if we all can stay healthy and pitch to our potential, I think we're definitely one of the best rotations in Major League Baseball. I think each of us bring something to the table, and we got some young studs, and just the veteran guys. I think we bring just that I don't know, that confidence or whatever to the table. So it's fun to be around, and that makes things better that we're all cool with each other, and like all that friendly competition.
Yeah, the patient staff in general have some new faces. Of course, Yusmeiros there again, and Trevino. But you have now a very stellar closer now with Trevor Rosenthal. Could you talk in general terms of all of those changes in the pen, and what do you think about the ace pen for this year?
It's the core guys that we have returning are they're unbelievable. They've shown that the past couple of years, and just seeing watching guys from afar, the new guys that we have, it's I'm really excited with what they bring, and I think that this bullpen that we have is again going to be one of the top bullpens in the league. So it's fun to have those guys, and know that when you come off the mound, it's you got guys behind you to close the door.
Martin.
Hey, Sean, good to see you again.
See
I know every camp it seems like you have something that you kind of focus on. Last year was trying to master the slider. Is there anything that you're particularly focusing on this camp as you get ready for another season?
Honestly, it's just I have the stuff, just going out there and doing it. throwing my stuff. Trusting that all the stuff that I've done is is enough, and just making sure that I'm able to throw all my pitches for strikes. And when I do that, I think I'm one of the best pitchers in the league, and I firmly believe that. So really it's just going out there, throwing my stuff for strikes, and just getting guys out however I can.
Matt?
Sean, curious with Sean Murphy not really being able to do much in camp yet, and Jonah Heim traded. Which catchers have you worked with so far in camp?
Let's see. I've worked with Aramis. I've worked with Soderstrom. I think that's how you say his name. Tyler, and I think Colin Thoreau. I threw to him yesterday, and I mean, they're all great. I know Tyler's he's 19 or something like that, super young. He's from what I've seen, just catching like one bullpen. He's really good. Still some things to work on, but for where he's at right now, it's he's definitely in the right spot. Colin, same thing. I've thrown to him I think once before, twice before, and I love the way he caught. And same thing with Aramis. Just that vibe and the back and forth that you have with the catchers, I think is huge, and I think all those guys have it.
And then, do you see it as a I mean, coming off of last year with not having thrown very many innings, obviously nobody did. Do you see it as a challenge kind of going into this season, going in supposedly a 162 game season to stay available and kind of be strong enough to pitch throughout the whole year?
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be a challenge, but that's the beauty of it. You got to figure out ways to go out there and pitch every start, and that's that's what we're paid to do. So I think it is a challenge, but it's also going to be something I'm looking forward to, because there's nowhere I'd rather be on the mound.
Vince?
Good morning, Sean. Thanks for answering the annual "What will Sean Manaea's hair look like in spring training?" Chance to see that. Just following up a little bit what you touched on before. The A's are a team that does go through change quite a bit, but the rotation is intact. And there's always talk about the camaraderie among rotations that get to stay together, feeding off of each other. Can you explain in your thoughts about having everybody together, what you feel like as a group you want to do to take that next step and go further than the club has gone, even though you've reached the playoffs, 3 straight years, but want to extend further than that, and how that comes together with a group that knows each other so well?
Next step, I think is just, everyone kind of being consistent and finding that, being consistent in performances. I feel like last year it was kind of I started off the year pretty bad, and then found my groove towards the end part. Bass, he was grooving the whole season. Kind of seemed like some guys were had some ups and downs. Some guys were pretty consistent. I feel like if we can kind of keep that trend more upward, that's where things tend to get better. And just having that camaraderie, each other. It's being critical of each other and talking to each other in between starts, and saying you could have done this, or what happened in this situation, stuff like that. I think is what we do good, and I think we could be doing better. Be doing things that we haven't done in the past, and I think with this group, I think that's what we need to do is just be critical of each other and continue to grow as a unit.
Jess?
Hey, Sean, good to see you. I can tell you've evolved over the years as a pitcher. So what's one of your main takeaways since you got into the league up until now?
As far as what?
Just how just how you are emotionally or just viewing the game or anything like that. Cause I feel like your game's kind of changed over the years, your pitching and all that.
Yeah, I feel like it's changed a lot. I'm not 23 anymore and throwing like 96. I don't know, who knows, maybe I'll do that again this year. But as far as like things change, I definitely, I think I have a lot more confidence in like how I'm going about my business and not so much like worrying about, what this guy's doing or, this other guy or how like this guy in a different league, how he's performing. Like, I'm just worried about how I go about my business and if I'm ready for my next start and all the work that I put in. And yeah, it's kind of like I feel like when you're younger, you try to blow things out. You try to hit the gas pedal, pedal to the metal kind of mentality. And now I'm like finessing things in a way, like knowing when to push the gas pedal and when to like back off. And I think obviously that comes with experience. So I'm not the greatest at it, but I definitely think that's what's changed over the past couple of years.
I have another one. Just last season, you were doing these fun interviews from the stands. Did you enjoy doing that, like in the middle of the game?
Yeah, that's fun. I feel like that's basically what I do during the game is just kind of not commentate. Yeah, not commentate, but just like some guy does a nasty play that going crazy. So yeah, that's fun. I like doing those things.
Dallas?
Manoush, as a guy who was able to have those conversations with you, greatly appreciated, my man. Look, you've had to clear some hurdles, brother, if we're being honest. Surgery, knocking the rust off of that, coming back, dealing with the startup, the shutdown. You have in the past acknowledged, you know what, I want to pitch with a little more attitude. Maybe I'm a little nicer than I think I need to be or I can be out there. All of that being said, all of this evolution that we're talking about, kind of along the same vein as Jess, what have you noticed about yourself that has become important in your preparation? Because you hit on, I'm not crushing 1,000-pound squat rack this offseason. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to get my body in position. It feels like you're learning a heck of a lot about yourself. What has been the biggest takeaway for you through all of this?
So the biggest thing is just, believing that I'm nasty,
You are.
And I think it goes like to what you said is like, I feel like I am too nice. And I was kind of talking to some people earlier, and it's kind of, like I'm too, like sometimes too nice, too like easygoing when I need to like, maybe hype myself up. Those kinds of things I think are those big changes for me, is just honestly believing that, I am like I have disgusting stuff and I need to, believe that and use that. And I'd be like I guess so nice about it. I don't want to be like, verbal or like, do like that. It's just, how I carry myself on the mound, is how I like I internally believe it, but it's, I don't know, just like, I guess expressing that out on the mound. I don't know. It's like it's weird dynamic, but yeah, I think, I guess that's it.
Sure. And has there been any effort? Like, look, we got the mental ABCs of pitching. We've got pitching. We got a ton of stuff at our disposal in terms of how to get right physically on the mound. You're talking about those adjustments. Has there been any effort to reach out to sports psychologists, mental coaches for any advice along those lines, or is it just about understanding like I'm feeling who I am, I'm growing into myself, I've got this?
Yeah, it's you know, a little bit of both. I'm starting to work with actually one of my best friends. He was my college roommate. His name's Tyler Pazik. Shout out Pazik Performance Group.
There you go.
He's working with him this season, and you know, he's been helping me out a lot. And you know, also at the same time is just you know, having that belief in myself. You know, like there's no reason like I shouldn't be like I have confidence in myself, but you know, in time, like at times in the past, I've just kind of struggled with, you know, whatever maybe, you know, maybe give up like 5 runs or, you know, had, you know, gone through injury or whatever it is. So it's kind of like those those things, you know, slowly diminish, I guess, that confidence over time. And now I'm at the point where it's like, you know, I don't care about any of that stuff anymore. I'm just, you know, I'm here to like go out and pitch and help this team win a World Series. So, yeah, I mean, if I, you know, if I make things super complicated, then, you know, my mind's all over the place, but, you know, just keep it simple and, you know, have that belief.
Martine?
When you say you're working on mobility stuff, what kind of stuff does that kind of entail, and how do you think that kind of will help you for this year?
I think you know, there's parts you know, my body specifically that aren't you know, aren't up to like up to par with like everything else. So like I feel like I'm, you know, pretty like glute and, you know, hamstring dominant or like quad dominant, but like my I guess internal adductors, I forget which one that is. Like those are pretty weak, and then like my internal rotation on some stuff is like weak. So I started working with a guy, and you know, I kind of told him all these things, and yeah, I did that, you know, 5 days a week during this off season, and it was great. A lot of those things I've never actually done before in my life, like a lot of the exercises and all these different things, and you know, I feel like it's helped out a lot. And I can already tell pitching bullpens down here, the pitching we gave yesterday, just how much better I'm, you know, getting down the mound and just how more efficient things are. So yeah, it's been great, and you know, loved. It's crazy, like seeing the progress or the you know, in such like a short amount of time relative to, you know, like my career.
And another thing I asked you about was, it sounds like there's a possibility at some point this year that fans could be let into the Coliseum. And I just wanted to know, you know, how special would that be for you guys, especially going through last year without the fans? And I know it got kind of weird at times with the crowd noise, to actually have real fans in the stadium this year at some point.
Yeah, let's get them back in. Definitely need them. I miss them. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I'll you know, I'll watch videos on YouTube all the time of you know, anything. It could be guys hitting bombs, you know, pitchers, you know, all the different stuff. And you know, it's just funny how much more is like brought to the table when fans are there and engaged, and like something cool happens and you can just hear like the crowd reaction. Like that's so cool. And you know, I know, you know, the teams that you know, doing their best to, you know, try to emulate that, but you know, it's so hard to do that when you don't have like the actual fans there. So yeah, it's I'm hoping we can get, you know, as many people in, you know, as safely as possible, but you know, the more the merrier, that's for sure.
Okay, just these last couple questions. Manolo?
Sean, AJ Puck has so much talent, but he has had a rough time until now because, you know, the injuries and stuff, was not able to pitch last year. What are some of the things you have seen out of him this spring, and that make you believe that probably this could be his, you know, great year in the majors?
Well, I think it goes, you know, to the off season, just kind of being in touch. You know, I know we worked out with Zeus down in Florida. And I know I think they go to Cressy, which is, they're pretty renowned for all the stuff they do down there. And yeah, I can see the work that he's put in, and I think we've been here 2 weeks now, and I just seen like all the work that he's put in, and I could tell from his arm action, his arm path is a lot smoother, a lot cleaner. So it just shows all the work that he's put in. Hoping that translates into him being on the mound and showing what he is, and when he's out there and healthy, I know he's a beast.
Yeah, you just mentioned Luzardo. You have seen him pitch this spring. People say that he may evolve one day to be the #1 starter in the staff. What are some of the things that impress you most about Luzardo this year?
Well, he throws really hard. That's for one. Throws 3 pitches for strikes. He's got the he's just got it. So it's fun watching him pitch. I mean, I watched him throw 2 days ago, and it was like he was in mid-season form already. It's crazy. How far he is at that age. He should be. He's a stud.
Final question from Vince.
Sean, since the bearded Anderson Cooper got you to reveal that you're working with, on the mental side with your ex-roommate, could you give us the spelling of your ex-roommate's last name?
Pazik, P-A-Z-I-K.
There was a Mike Pazik that was a longtime pitching coach in the big leagues. Does he have any relation to him?
He's never talked about him before, so I maybe he's a long lost uncle or something like that, but I don't know.
And your buddy's first name is Tom, is that right?
Tyler.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Sean.
All right. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep.